Assalamualaikum. Hi, Ma'am Siska. I'm Fedia and Sofia Hikmah. Uh, we will explain and discuss about 3 books about speaking. The title of 3 books are: first, Inside Words by Janet Allen. Second book is Life Skill Teaching by Barry Hobson and Mike Kelly. And the last book is Using Media in Teaching by Carol Bertram. Okay, the first book will be presented by me. Some points of the book Inside Words. The first book, there are some points. I'll explain about that. Okay. Points of the book Inside Words. First, confident speaking. Helps students become more confident in using the right vocabulary when speaking in class, discussing, and presentation. Next, academic word use in context. Students are trained to use academic vocabulary in sentences and oral discussions, not just writing. Some strategies require students to explain words orally, which currently improve speaking skills. And then collaborative learning activities. Many strategies involve group work or discussion, such as word sorts. Students discuss grouping words, semantic mapping. Students confuse words connections in group. And then concept circles. Students discuss the relationship between words, strength, critical thinking, verbal and using academic words in conversation. And then oral practice of definitions. Some activity invites students to create their own definition and explains them to friends. This is very effective for practicing speaking and clarity when convey ideas. Next, use of sentences terms. Janet Allen suggests using sentences starters to help students get used to constructing academic sentence orally. For example, based on this information, I conclude that blah 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 blah. Or one example of this concept is blah 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 blah. Yeah, you can use this example. Okay, next I will discuss about second book, some point of the book Life Skill Teaching. Okay, firstly, communication skill. This book emphasizes the importance of effective verbal communication. Students are encouraged to express thoughts and feeling clearly, listen actively, use appropriate body language when speaking, like this. Understand difference between oral and non-verbal communications. And then self-expressions provides space for students to express themselves through speech. For example, telling personal experience. Yeah, they can telling their experience, and then sharing opinions in class discussion, and then expressing their goals or hope verbally. Okay, next point, building self-confidence when speaking. There are various activities to reduce fear of public speaking, such as role playing. Role playing in a real situation, for example, interviews. You can interview your student about what they feel today, what they do, what will they do today, and then presentation or like debates. Practice introducing yourself. Okay, the next point one will be presented by Safia Hikmah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I'm Sofia Hikmah, and I'm gonna continue what my friend Fadia explained before. So we have read 3 books, and for the previous book it's already presented by Fadia. So the next point is point 4 from life skill teaching book. The 4th point is group work and discussion. So group work and discussion are powerful active learning methods that foster collaboration, critical thinking, and communication skills among participants. By engaging these activities, learners that can enhance their understanding of materials, develop interpersonal skills, and cultivate a sense of community. That's why in this context, speaking is used to. The first is negotiation. Negotiation in a group settings involves participants discussing differing viewpoints and reaching a consensus. This process is crucial for several reasons. The first reason is conflict resolution, and then the second is compromise and collaboration, and third is active listening. Okay, the second one is expressing opinions. Expressing opinion is a fundamental aspect of group work and discussion, allowing individuals to share their thoughts and perspective. This process is important for several reasons. Deserves perspective. When group members express their opinions, critical thinking, articulating opinions encourage critical thinking. Then, confidence building, regularly expressing opinions in a supportive group environments help individuals build confidence in their communication skills. Okay, the last one is making decisions together. Decision making is a key outcome to effective group work and discussion. The collaborative nature of this process is vital for several reasons. The first one is shared responsibility. When decisions are made collectively, group members share the responsibility for the outcome. Second one is enhanced problem solving. Collaborative decision making often lead to more effective problem solving. And the last one is democratic process. Making decisions together promotes a democratic to approach us to learning. So the next one I will explain about the next book is Using Media in Teaching book. So this book, it has 6 points. The first point is media as a stimulus for speaking. Okay, it's such as pictures, videos, songs, and audio recording. They are used as a trigger for discussion and conversation in class. For example, like showing a picture or video clip, then asking the students to describe, retell, or discuss it orally. Okay, using media as a stimulus for speaking in the classroom is an effective pedagogical strategy that engages students and enhances their communication skills. By incorporating pictures, videos, song, and audio recordings into lessons, educators can create dynamic learning experience that encourage discussion, critical thinking, and creativity. The importance of media as a stimulus for speaking. The first one is engagement. Engagement is a media captures students' attention. and stimulus interest. Visual and auditory elements can make learning more enjoyable and relatable, encouraging students to participate actively in discussion. Next, contextual learning. Media provides context for discussion, helping students connect abstract context to real-world scenarios. This contextualization enhances understanding and retention of information. And then we have language development. To engaging with media helps students develop their language skills. And for the fourth, we have diverse perspective. Different types of media can present various viewpoints and cultural contexts, prompting students to consider multiple perspectives. For the last one, we have creativity and expression. Media stimulates creativity, allowing students to express their thoughts and feelings in unique ways. Okay, the second point, we have video and audio for pronunciation and listening speaking practice. Audiovisual using video and audio for pronunciation and listening speaking practice is super duper highly effective for language learner. For the example is like authentic exposure. Student can hear native speaker gaining insight into natural intonation and pronunciation. The second one is imitation practice, that they can imitate dialects, reinforcing correct speech patterns through repetition. The third is listening skills. It will engaging with audiovisual materials, improving listening comprehension and sound recognition. The fourth is creative application. So students can create their own dialogues or role plays by applying what they learned before. And the last one is immediate feedback. Just like subtitles and transcript allow for self-correction and improvement. The third, we have media-based role play and simulation involve using record dialogues or dramas as practice materials for speaking. The approach allows students to engage in role-playing scenarios from the media, making their speaking more like natural and contextual. For the benefits, they will have contextual learning, like student practice language in realistic situation, in changing their ability to communicate effectively in real life context. And they have to increase engagement too, like role playing makes learning interactive, and they have to improve fluency by mimicking dialects, and students develop fluency and confidence in their speaking skills. For the last is cultural awareness. So by engaging with media, expose that students to cultural and social interaction, enriching their understanding of the language. The fourth is visual media, like such as pictures, graphic, and slides, maybe like a PowerPoint, as a valuable tool for oral presentation. So the benefits of media is enhanced organization, like visual aids help students structure to their presentation, make it easier to follow their main of points. And then improving the clarity, like graphic and image can clarify complex ideas, making them more accessible to the audience. And it's also increased engagement, like visual elements capture the audience attention, making presentation more interesting and memorable. For the 5 point, we have interact media tools, just audio recorders, camera, and learning software provide valuable opportunities for students to engage their speaking skills. For the benefits, is have a self-recording, like students can record themselves speaking, allowing them to practice and review their oral skill. And also reflection, listening to the recordings helps students identify areas for improvement, such as pronunciation or how they say something. And then independent practice. These tools encourage students to practice speaking independently, boosting their confidence and self-reliance. For the last point is encouraging classroom discussion through media involved using various materials such as new clips or advertisement to stimulate conversation among students. So for the benefit, it stimulates engagement, because it has a media captures that students' interest, prompting them to participate actively in discussion. And then encourage critical thinking, like analyzing media content allows students to express their opinions and debate different viewpoints. Last one is enhance communication skills. Discussing media foster verbal expression and help students articulate their thoughts clearly. Thank you very much. That's all from us, me and Vedia. Hope it's help you, and goodbye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.